Our camera is now well set up in our game to be behind the player, and we even added in some variables to make our code more organized. Now we're actually going to fiddle around with our Unity interface again, just like we changed the layout, but this time with a very helpful tip to know when you're playing your game. So you can see when you play the game, your interface goes from a light gray to a dark gray, which is helpful, but not entirely visible. So I'm going to show you a cool little trick that I do so it's really easy for me to know when I'm in play mode. At the very top left of Unity, there's an edit button. If you're on Mac, there will be a Unity button and then you click Preferences. From my edit menu, I have a Preferences option as well. Now, in our preferences, we have all of these different options. Right now we're on General. There's one down here called Colors, and specifically, there's an option here called Play Mode Tint. So this is actually what controls the tint of our interface when we're in play mode. So if I select this by clicking on it, you see it brings up a color picker. So you can pick colors yourself, you can move it around, you can change the opacity so that it's more clear, or if you want it to be really dark and really visible, entirely up to you. So I have a setting that I like to use, so I'm just going to type in values for myself. So 157, 194, 239, and then we'll make this like 150. So now I should have a fairly transparent light blue. So I can close out of my preferences. You can see that it actually saves it immediately when you set that color. Close out of the preferences. Now when I press play, you should see a bluish tint pop up over all of my window. So that's super helpful. So now I know when I'm editing values, if I'm in play mode or if I'm in my scene. And so that way I don't accidentally change something that just gets reset and then I don't remember what the value is. So very helpful tip, just something to make your life a little bit easier as you're testing your game out and trying to figure out why, for example, if you click on something, it's not moving or whatever. So what you're going to do is in the top left of your editor, you're going to see an edit or a Unity button. Click on that. Go down to preferences, click on that. You'll see this preferences window pop up. You can click on the colors option. Under the colors, the very first one under general should be play mode tint. If you click on that, you can select different colors. You can change the opacity. And then when you exit, it saves your color. You can exit out of preferences. So then when you play your game, you can see when you've entered play mode, which is really handy. So now it's your turn.